My coal stove that I got. A lot of guys at work were asking about it, so I'll make a video. This is the Keystoker Koker Lite. Keystoker is the brand out of Pennsylvania. This is a 105,000 BTU coal furnace. I got it hooked right into the ductwork. It takes standard 8x16 ductwork. Will fit off the top exhaust. So I got it blowing all around the house. You can find that at Home Depot. So they made it standard size. This stove uses a power vent. So it's considered a low temp exhaust, and anthracite coal is smokeless. So you don't get any of the creosote, so you can actually have an exhaust fan in it. Which you can't do with the wood stove. That's not going to work. The exhaust really doesn't get that hot. You can touch it. It gets a little warmer when it's cranking, but it's kind of low right now. That's a 4-inch exhaust, and then you just drill a 6-inch hole out through your floor joist and run the 4-inch through a thimble that allows outside air to cool the 4-inch, but it really doesn't get that hot. It surrounded the area in Duroc, make it fireproof, resistant. It's got a 200-pound hopper, so it holds a lot of bags. It'll go 2-3 days when it's freezing out. You don't have to touch it. It's got a powerful enough fan where you don't have to run your furnace fan. It comes with a 1000 CFM squirrel cage fan. I made this filter box, 12 by 12 filters on either end. It took a little while, but definitely worth it to filter your air. And one of the best features of the stove is it has a thermostat. There's a thermostat wire running up to our living room, so we can control the temperature with this stove. So it's not cranking like a wood stove, depending on how much fuel you add to it. So the stove burns, it'll idle down, the flame will idle down, so it just has a little glow to it. But when it gets cranking, it'll hit that stove body up there, and it warms up the stove body, and then the fan will automatically kick on. The circulation fan is off right now because the stove's not. It's kind of a warmer day. Comes with 2 big bash pan buckets. One there, one in there. You just rotate them out. You gotta dump those every 2-3 days. Also, it has a timer that keeps the stove going, so it'll add coal every 10 minutes, whether the thermostat's drawing heat or not, to keep the flame going. But the stove never turns off all winter. We never use our furnace, so it saves a lot compared to propane. The first year we burned coal, it was half the price of propane, and now that Tractor Supply has it, you can use the 10% off coupons. It's even cheaper. It's a great source of heat. You know, you can dry clothes. It heats up our basement. We can dry clothes. I'll show you the exhaust. I fill up my hatchway with coal so I don't go outside. When it's cold out. This is pretty handy. It got a pile out back. And it's durable. You don't have to keep it dry. Coal you can leave out in a pile. It doesn't even need to be in a bag, and it'll burn the same day. It's a lot more convenient than wood. This is the outside vent. That's all you need. If I had to run a chimney up 2 stories, that would be real expensive. So that helped cut. That's a cheaper cost as well. And stove costs about $3,000 from Keystoker with the direct vent system that I showed you. And I worked a deal, got a free ton of coal with that. But it's a really good source of heat, much cheaper. So we're heating now for the winter. It's been fairly cold, but for near Albany, New York, we're a little over $800, which is pretty good. So, like I said, nice heat, puts out a nice glow, and much more convenient than wood. You don't have to worry about drying and splitting wood, so that's what we went with. Figure I'd make a video. Not a lot of information on these stoves out there.